Welcome back to a story which very much could be reminiscent of many of our adolescences, although at the same point I kind of hope it isn't. I'm sure that pretty much everyone has had the idea of starting a band with their friends, and we've probably succeeded to various degrees. But as long as you aren't traumatised by barnacles, you should be alright to carry on. So let's go. A average semi-warm day with the cicadas. A photo album. It's the same one that Mio was looking through, yeah. I know that Mio was kind of holding themselves and comparing themselves to that band, but okay, now you held on the picture of her, I'm assuming it's at some point you're gonna have a meeting with that character, see if she's succeeded. I must have played with some settings on my mix amp because I'm really hearing Mia's bass on this. But it is good to know that that some people are born with innate talent, and no matter how hard you try, it really doesn't matter. Because there's always going to be someone who's just going to be instantly better than you. That's a great motivational speech, isn't it? I am looking forward to at least their practice sessions, if not playing in front of people. Still haven't worked up calluses? Yubi. Yeah, that's going to end well if she isn't already on the floor. Is this just going to turn into how can we torture Mio today? Yeah, before she bleeds out. Yes, hello there. That kid's not right. Really? That is nothing like my desk. I'm actually ashamed. You're not going to be able to play like that. Why does she seem so enthralled at listening into this conversation? It's not you, is it? In the picture. The whole building looks like it's crumbling. How long is she going to stand there with her finger out? Are they going to have their own song to play, or is it just some cover? Is it going to sink in a second? You know, you should probably read the entire statement of what constitutes a club. That is a lot of Chinaware. But anyone could just come in and claim the room. Oh, wow. She is a traumatized mess. She's writing. Yeah, they are very much contrasting. The denizens of the dark are plotting against them. The enemies are closer than they think. Oh. Oh dear. Why do they leave anything for her? Did they get further than just writing the club name? But then again, none of them actually fought to check. Yeah, they're a eclectic little bunch, aren't they? They need it. Mm-hmm. So, no advisor, no application, no recognition of an actual club. I don't know why they expected so much. And if that's the case, how isn't she already the advisor for a club? And how close behind would she be following her? Where did you pop out from? It's been 6 months. What have you been taking? Wasting time on? The Wind Ensemble. Well, all they have to do is make sure the Wind Ensemble Club shuts down. They do mostly operate by themselves, yeah, sure. Then yes. I'll become your advisor as long as you don't leak that secret. Cheese it! I appreciate the effort to escape this. And maybe destroy the evidence, yeah. Athletic as well as kind. Why is everyone like, clearing stuff out of those rooms at the same time. Huh? Now it's going to be like the book from Shinobu where it just gets burnt. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Okay, fair enough. Just shoving her. Oh, Les Paul. I should have known. My ex's stepdad was very proud of his Les Paul. Straight back into her persona. Okay, now you're just showing off. You might want to replace the strings. So, do you need to get yourself checked out for multiple personality syndrome? She tried so hard to fight against her true nature. Quick, it's time for a flashback. Ah, so she changed herself. But you didn't have to be that evil to that poor acoustic guitar. Are you going a bit overboard? You have to appreciate her energy, if nothing else. Get some help. So, she doesn't really have limits, does she? But if you don't become our advisor, we'll leak all of this. Don't get involved, just let her have this. Not bad. For the few beats that I heard. But what do you expect from a ragtag group that haven't really had any advisories so far? And who is going to be the lead vocalist? I'm guessing it's going to be Yui. Although we have been seeing a lot of Mia in the ending and whatnot, so... You've not been taking this seriously! She's going to lay down the law. If you have time for cake, you have time for practice. Wow, it's a Walkman? Is that how long ago this was? Or she just enjoys some of the older tech. Surely not. Didn't take long, and it was only written on a single notebook page. If it's embarrassing to show your bandmates, then it's surely embarrassing to sing, isn't it? If this is how it's going to be, I can see the future is going to be very rocky. Yep, as the outside advisor, I appreciate your pain. Furat. That is... I can feel sugar leaking from my ears. But to think that she was influenced so much by that text. I mean, we've seen worse lyrics. I guess it really does depend on what music is accompanying it. Please, she just wants someone to agree with her at this point. She's trying so hard. Is that an image she wants? Well, her childhood really did cause some damage. Well done for her first attempt. Well, who did you expect? Did you have a tune in mind to sing to? Or was it meant to go with the song that they already wrote? Multitask. I've seen many a keyboardist with a microphone. Yeah, can you please do it? Oh, but you're throwing your hat into the ring, but you're trying to stay so humble. Who let the ladybird in? Oh no. Two things at once? Are you sure it's not going to be pushed out of her brain? This sounds like many a late 90s, mid 2000s. Just it's practice, isn't it? She needs a bit more than special training at this point. Not that kind of training. And not that kind either. Degenerates. Just go straight in. She's not quite the character to beat around the bush, is she? Yeah, you had that when Mio and Yui were holding hands. So you really have no idea, do you? Who's finding the time to find all of these headpieces for statues? Hopefully they are going to be ready in time and don't get stage fright. Your concern is palpable and understandable. Entrance made. Is it going to be that death scream that the teacher taught her? And Dokido! No. Have some honey tea. Might help the vocal cords. She's the one that wrote it. Well, damn. Thank you. I needed that. Husky voice Yui, though. Okay. Pretty much the only part of a band that I wouldn't want to be would be anyone that sings. Not because I'm embarrassed of singing, more of I can't. It's been one of my great failings in life. At one point I did actually want to do singing lessons, not to be able to sing, just to not be so terrible. But if they've got a spot booked at this festival thing, wouldn't it be better if they had more than one song? I mean, they'd only be on stage for what? 2 minutes? This does look like some low effort, like middle school talent competition with all those decorations. What's with the outfits? And much like many other anime that I've watched, there was a moral to this episode, and that was, if you don't get your way, blackmail and extortion really does help. I do think, though, that the teacher's image there won't really be affected all too much if the entire student body did find out about her sordid past. In fact, I'm pretty sure quite a few of them would actually raise their standing of her. You're not going to see it because I cut it out in editing, but I just had a 2-minute breakdown because I remembered during music lessons in high school we were forced to make a song, and I was actually forced onto vocals for that. it was about cheese, as most good songs are. Dark days. Luckily, though, I don't believe there is any solid evidence that still is around. There was an audio recording at some point, but, you know, it's been about 15 years. I'm sure it's been lost to the march of time. We can only hope. But if you enjoyed that episode, please let me know down below in the comment section. Maybe even leaving a like on the video. But of course, K-On! I can't leave it there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Because how does that festival go? You have to be there to find out. Get some rest, and I'll see you again. If you want to be part of the depressing backstory and history of my life, then consider helping me out on Patreon, because Sal, Raywin, Dynamite 1997, Shiwan, ASD, Stinsfire, Mecha, and everyone else will surely join the long list of misery that is going to be used to extort me in the future. So, if you want to be part of that, get in now. If you really, really want some cheese, all you have to do is say please.